Hey guys, I apologize. I am literally 7 minutes tardy. My apologies. My apologies. Good evening. Hey everyone. What's up? Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Experience. It is Thursday, 8:07. Again, my apologies, but this is our weekly come together, get together, meet up, chat it up, all of that good stuff time. All of that good stuff time. Um, we are going to, I'm sorry, guys. Um, let's see. I have a guest on tonight, and I'm trying to make sure I get her set up in the right way. Um, I'm running a little bit this evening, guys. I was at work a little bit late, so let me get this thing going properly. But good evening. I apologize. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm getting this thing together, y'all. I'm getting this thing together. I appreciate y'all being here. Hope you guys had a good week. Hope you guys had a good week. I had a good week. I had a good week. I had a good week. Um, it is Thursday, so that means tomorrow is it for most, and it will be ha. Tomorrow's the end for most. Last day of work week. Some people have gotten off already for their weekend. Ah, y'all, I'm so sorry. Let me get this right. Let me get this right. I want to get her connected. I want to get her connected properly. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. All right. Here we go. I can see me here. So that's good. That means we're good. All right. Okay. Perfect. 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 Yeah, we have some technical stuff we trying to get together. We trying to get right. All right. So hey, I am Donna. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Page, family, get together, channel, whatever we calling it. We call it so many things. But this is our time to come together and talk. Listen, welcome IG, welcome Facebook, and welcome YouTube. YouTube has been acting funky on me for the last few weeks, but I was given some instructions to do a few things. So hopefully, if you are on YouTube, type in the chat, let me know you are here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate it. So this is what happens because I'm on this platform. If you type in the chat and you're on Facebook, IG is not going to see it. If you're on YouTube, Facebook and YouTube will see each other, but it's not going to tell me what your name is. It's just going to say Facebook user, or it's just going to say, why am I going blurry? All right, y'all. It'll be fine. It's just going to say Facebook user or it'll say YouTube user. All right. The blurriness is straighten out in just a second. It tends to happen when I choose to sit here um, at the computer desk here. It tends to happen that way, but hopefully it'll straighten up. All right. Here we go. All right. Next time I'm going to go downstairs like I normally do. All right. So let's get started. Let's get started. First of all, let me say this. There is a criteria to be a part of this family. There is a criteria. Let me tell you what that is. You have to be single, dating, courting, married, divorced, or widower. That is the criteria to be here. If you fall in any of those categories, if any of those categories fit you, this is the place, this is the space, this is the family for you. Now, I have to say, I am not a relationship expert. I am not. I am not. I am a black woman in this world, living this life, doing the damn thing, and enjoying myself in the process. That is who I am. I have been through some things. I've been through some ups. I've been through some downs. Um, I've been through some situations that have built and helped me grow. I have been through some situations that I'm like, yep, now I'm good, and I'm throwing it away. You yourself may have been through some situations as well. If you are an adult, and you've dated or been married or anything, that's it. That speaks volumes. That is it. You have been through some things. You've been there. You've seen it. You've seen it. Hey, Gary. Hey, Mr. Jazz. Hey, Jaquetta and Ebony. What's up, y'all? Thanks for joining me. So, that is the criteria for you to be here, because you may have had some experiences that someone else is going through. And when you say and tell your story, your situation, it may help them and guide them through something else. We are not here to finger wag and tell people what to do, kind of, sort of, kind of, sort of. Because sometimes our perspective on something can be one sided, and your perception is your reality. But perspectives can change. They very well can change. That's like saying you can't grow and you don't learn. So if your perspective can change on some things, then maybe you want to consider your thought process and where you are. So listen, 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 listen. Big up to the brothers. Big up to the men. The men are always and have been from the beginning, hands down, doing it on this page. Y'all inbox me the most. Y'all tend to post the most. And I definitely appreciate it. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Tremaine. Um, y'all are doing it, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Because I personally am a woman that believes that the man is the head and the man should lead. You lead me in a proper way, I will follow. I will follow. That's that thing we need as women. That's that thing we need as women. We got to have that security. We got to feel safe. We got to feel like you know where we're going. Might be my perspective, but I don't think so. I think a lot of us ladies think that way. But let's get into this thing. Let's get popping on this thing, y'all. We're going to get started. Our topic tonight. Y'all know I usually post a topic the night before, because I want to give a chance and give time for everybody to kind of see what's about to go down and prepare yourself for your comments and all of that stuff you want to get into. So I usually post um, the night before. And sometimes I post on Wednesday, depends on what it looks like. Depends on what it looks like. But tonight, I have a guest. I love it when I have guests. I love having guests on here. I love having guests who come under the umbrella of professionals, being professionals in the field in certain areas. So I have a guest on this evening. If y'all saw the post, her name is Shari Chester. Her name is Shari Chester. Shari and I have a love for certain things. We have a common love. And one of those things is relationship building, building those relationships to the most successful place and point and spot where they can be. Ah, looks like YouTube is doing this thing tonight. Okay. It's the first time I've gotten that message in a minute. Sherry, you guys, I'm going to read a little bit of Sherry's bio to you all, and then I'm gonna bring her on screen. I'm gonna bring her on screen so we can get to talking. We can get to talking, and we're gonna get into this topic. So, Sherry is a relationship facilitator who specializes in single dating awareness, premarital coaching, marital coaching, and amicable divorce. Amicable. We good. We may not be able to stay together, but we're good. We're going to be amicable. All right. She also is a holistic life coach who works with individuals towards their personal goals, depression, anxiety, grief, and life experiences. Sherry says, I am the best friend you want to have. We will laugh, cry, set goals, and most importantly, we're going to get to the heart of it all. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to get to the heart of you at all times. My bad. I'm sorry. The heart of you at all times. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Miss Sherry. All right, Miss Sherry, where you at, girl? Sherry was trying to get some things going on her end too. Ah, here she comes. Here she comes. You
That
have been
makes me
choppy for a
smile.
minute.
It's
Been choppy
like
for.
get it together, you say?
Yeah, come
I don't
on,
know
girl.
how to reverse
Come on, girl. Look, I'm not gonna trip because this is about how I start out every week. Hi, Kaden.
uh
My nephew
let
just got
me
home.
see. First of all, while I'm getting that situated, um, I do want to just say hello. And Donna, thank you so much for even trusting me with all the things and all the people who actually care. Can you see me now?
There you go. There
I
you
might
go.
not be to look at, but
Girl,
I'm
come
here.
on, cuteness. Come on, cuteness. Come on. Yeah. I think we're a little delayed. Um,
But hmm?
oh, look, girl, you already got the questions coming. She takes private payment or health insurance benefits.
um, both. So I out for insurance because you want that on your medical record. So we're gonna already just start off with dropping knowledge. So when you get taking health insurance outside like your HSA or and the there's two HSA and HFA, I believe. When you do that, you have to have a diagnosis that's attached to it, and some people prefer so they don't necessarily want a diagnosis sitting over there, and I don't diagnose. So if you use health insurance, I work with you, and then I have a therapist that will give you that diagnosis so you can cover those costs. Bang boom.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, girl, they don't be playing. They don't wait at all. They don't wait.
That's like that. That's which is also helpful.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
I said I do also
Can
have
you,
a sliding scale, like a financial sliding scale, so that it's because the goal is really, I mean, but the goal is really more to make you have access to resources that you feel that you need to improve your best life. And so that's all I really care about.
okay, okay. So you guys tell me in the
About me,
chat.
work.
Yeah. You guys do me a favor. Tell me in the chat. It's for me. Sherry is a little delayed. Um, and let me know. It could be my
I,
Wi-Fi on this end. You have a delay as well.
I can relocate. I do. I had a little stutter with you on my side too. So, and I had my son took a look at it. But let me relocate real quick. I'm gonna go. We're gonna take a quick commercial. And
Okay.
Donna,
All right. All
if you
right.
don't mind, let's talk about.
Talk about the what? I missed it. All right. We are going to give Sherry a chance to relocate. Now, where my niece calling me? Ashley, you better get on this live, girl. We're gonna give um, Sherry a chance to relocate and see if that helps, because there is a delay going on. So while we're waiting for her, let me let you guys know. Sherry is located in Tennessee, I believe. I believe she's in Tennessee. But of course, with the world of virtual, we can kind of do a little bit of anything. Let's see. All right. Let's see if that's better.
Is that a little bit better?
Oh, I think that did it. Am I delayed at all?
No, I know
Uh,
my office is like my hair. I apologize.
okay. Okay, no, you're fine. I think that's yeah, I think that's better. I think that's better. Okay. Um, so the topic this I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were saying something, Sherry?
No.
Okay. All right. All right. So the topic this evening, you if you guys didn't see the topic on, and again, let me apologize. IG is literally on my iPhone. IG is not connecting. Hey IG, somebody Ranisha, what's up, girl? Pop it up on IG. IG is on my iPhone. Everything else, YouTube and Facebook, are here. So if you see me doing this, and trust me, I've tried, IG does not connect to this platform. I've tried. Did my homework. I promised y'all I would, but IG does not connect. So IG, please don't think I'm ignoring you guys. When I look primarily here, I remember and I kind of go up and down. All right? Okay. So it's all love. We all here together still. All right. So our topic tonight, communication. Is it really worth the effort? Communication, is it really worth the effort? So let me give y'all a snippet of a backdrop to this, right? Sherry and I were talking the other day, and it's almost like kindred spirits. The mindset, the thought was like, And communication is that key that we all need to be able to do anything, to help any type of relationship, whether it's at work, at home, at school, it does not matter. Communication is the key ingredient for every relationship. Period, hands down. Period, hands down. So we were talking about, um, man, before I knew it, it was like 2 hours. I drove up I got to work. It was sitting in my car, jamming as I do sometimes, and my phone went off, and it was this beautiful young lady right here, and we talked for like 2 hours, y'all. But why? Because there's such a passion. There's such a passion for this topic. There's such a passion for this topic. So I am going to fade out a bit and let Miss Sherry kind of take the floor and let her do her thing, because again, when we can have someone in the house, in the building, that is a professional in a certain field, we want to we want to listen up and try to get some help and some direction. So Miss Sherry, I want you to
Yes,
take this time. You was hitting me with some stuff. You was hitting me with some good tidbits, and we was kind of back and forth. It was kind of like Venus and Serena on the same side, and then we had to play each other. But no, we doing doubles tonight. Doing doubles tonight. So you go
you
out. Look,
know,
go ahead, do your thing.
we definitely we was here. And I think that's an awesome
Mhm,
thing.
mhm,
Um, when we talk about communication, you're so right. We're not just in, sometimes we think about relationships as romantic relationships, right? And we're not really thinking about what the basic foundation of communication is, which is the ability to understand somebody else.
mhm,
Not the ability for them to
mhm,
understand you now, the ability to
mhm, mhm.
understand somebody else.
You already dropping it.
Because we're talking about languages. The more you hear somebody else speak, the more you understand their language. And then you can respond in their language, message it is that you want to give in return. Communication isn't did I speak effectively and efficiently? Matter,
No.
because they're coming out of my mouth. I could have used all the SAT words. I done learned all the master's degrees in corporate languaging and previous relationship experience. It doesn't matter, right? I need to be able to understand you. So communication starts with listening and learning
Yeah, yeah. And I think a lot of people get that confused.
how to talk to the person.
Yeah, yeah. I
Very
think a
much
lot
so,
of people
especially
get that
when you heard,
confused. Right,
when you want to be heard,
right. When you
somebody to tell you stop and listen.
especially when you think your point is right. Especially when you think you're
Yeah.
making the best.
And it
Yeah.
might be
But a lot of people come from that
But
perspective. That perspective
it
of
falls and nobody hears a different sound concept.
say that again for me.
It's the same effect of it is if the tree falls in a forest and nobody's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm trying to talk slow now because we got we got this delay going.
I
Huh?
don't know. Wait.
Yeah. I don't know why our connection's a little bit choppy. Fix it, Jesus. That is a little choppy. So, yeah, we're gonna try not to talk over each other because we don't want y'all to miss anything. Um, so we're gonna have to get that eye contact and be like something. So, but you started out perfect. Like I think a lot of times we automatically feel like what we have to say is communicating. It's what I have to say. Like I'm going to communicate with you. So I need you to listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. That's me communicating. And then I just want you to listen. But that was good though. That was good. Like communication is hearing first. Is hearing first. So, I mean, just kind of elaborating, why do you feel like so many people get stuck on the me with communication?
I think it starts with wanting a result.
Mm,
There's an expectation when we open our mouth. And what we want to do is we want to see results off of the things that we say.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
That's where it starts, right? Just giving words just to give it. You're giving words because you have an expectation of the response that you would
mm-hmm,
like to see come back to you. And even if you're in an argument with somebody, the expectation, let's say your word or mean or you're angry and you say things, I'm one of those people, don't start nothing, won't be nothing, right?
right, right,
When we do that, the expert can feel our frustration in the communication.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So no matter what, you want to lead the conversations and have all these words because you have an expectation of.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, let me take some notes.
And that's what I
Exactly.
have a phrase that I use, which is words. You got words to say today? You need to write in your journal. That's what you need to do.
Mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I
So Ashley
strong that. Write it out,
got
folks.
words. Yeah. Ooh, I love journaling. I look. I talk to the kids at the daycare and they journal. I have them journaling, something we started over the summer. And somebody asked me, did I journal? Do I journal? I have so many journals, it's ridiculous. Do I get to write in them all the time? No. It's something that, a habit you have to develop and something you have to do. And when you see how beneficial it is, you tend to do it a lot more, anything beneficial. Ashley said, we also learn in school and at home that communication is talking. That communication is talking. You got
It
that?
is. It is. I see that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right. Communication is talking. Um, well, I'm going to give you a little plot twist. What about nonverbal communication? There are multiple ways to communicate. So communication is, but that's just one way to communicate,
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay.
right? And
Okay.
so the question, do you know how to use your words? Which a lot of
Right.
us don't know.
Right.
And if you get
Right.
me enough, I'm
Right. Right. Miss Ashley is on a roll here. She typing. I don't want to miss what she's saying. She said, use your words is what they say. But I can say that parents do make sure that we only listen and not talk. So I guess we do learn both ways. Yeah. Plenty of times,
yeah,
use your words. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She said, not always benefit though.
yeah. It's not. It's not. And it's not because Miss Ashley, first of all, I appreciate what you're saying because it's so true. It's not because they're saying use their, but what they're saying is express yourself appropriately. And
Right.
we didn't know that growing up. Just did not use your words, but they're not giving us the emotional way of expressing the words. And so we don't even know what it is we're trying to asserting the fact that we can talk.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
that is comes out of our like we got our driver's license. I don't know, but I'm out.
But I'm out. Right, right, right. Right. But I'm going. I'm going.
And
I got it
so
now.
yeah, I don't know, but you gave me the keys and I can finally be somewhere, so I'm gonna figure it out. And that's what communication, when you're raised like that, that's what it does. Same same effect, right? Um, quick story, I'm sure my parents see this video at some point, so I'm gonna just say hi mom, hi dad. But I remember getting my license and my curfew, the rule was don't come if you don't leave the house by 8 o'clock, you're not leaving the house at all. But by the time I'm done with
You
homework
could literally
and
out.
get off, I want you to be in my high school. What I wore today, I want to wear something else. We at 8 o'clock,
Right.
and I
Right.
wanted so to say this makes no sense at all. You guys are not thinking this through. Okay, so how do you communicate that, right? Um, those are just teenage examples. But what we're talking about is emotional communicating. It's either to give information or tell somebody how you feel or think. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
it. Everything is just words.
Yep. Yep. So we got the point, and I think everybody pretty much a good understanding of what communication is. The whole purpose of it is very obvious. We're communicating now. Um,
Mhm.
we want to say something, and we want that something to be heard. So we're going to communicate it. And we're reading. Ashley is typing, and people are popping up. And hey, Candy, people are popping up, and the communication is going. So of course, here we are in this platform, in this group, in this family, real life relationship growth. So we want to start veering toward kind of communication in relationships. And we're talking
Woo.
about, um, huh?
I said, woo.
Communicate. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Communication in relationships. And how a breakdown of communication can kill a relationship. At the beginning of this thing, we feeling each other. We want to be around each other. We get to the point of we start talking, we loving each other, and we go through that honeymoon phase, they call it, that honeymoon phase. And of course, at the beginning, I want to hear everything you have to say. I'm, I'm listening. I'm all ears, and he wants to hear everything you have to say. And then we get into that stage of getting more comfortable with one another, and we start feeling like, I want my needs to be met. I want this to kind of go that way and not like this way. So the
Mhm.
breakdown starts happening where the importance of communicating, speaking, and listening starts to kind of fizzle. And then there's the relationship that starts to fizzle because we're no longer listening to each other. We're talking at each other. We're talking at each other. Well,
Right.
how did, yeah, yeah. Go ahead and take that. Take that. What do you think about navigating that part of it?
You I think the first thing that would give everyone a level of comfort is a person is always evolving and growing. And so what how they communicate, what their thoughts, needs, desires are mature and or shift, right? We
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
go
Mm-hmm.
through stages of maturity and or change. Expectation is that you're going to be the same person that I met 20 years ago forever. Then that's when the deafness to listening starts
Mm.
because you're attuned. The second part is just in my experience, I've seen a lot of couples thinking page on every topic. Like
Mm.
there's no notion that we are two individual people
Mm. Mm-hmm.
and that that's okay.
Right.
If you want to be with yourself, stay single or have
Stay
a
sick.
twin, a clone. And
Yo, I'm glad you said.
so that's the other
I'm glad
part.
you said that.
It's just, and then the third category is how do we move from the honeymoon stage into the relationship stage? And that goes back to the foundation.
Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm.
In relationship, our foundation is friendship. And so
Mm.
today I don't like you, rock with you. And we're going to figure out how to have that conversation, take that time and those breathers, right? So
Yeah.
that's kind of
Yeah.
where it goes. If you lose track of your foundation, if you lose track of, and if you lose track of the fact that people grow, change, mature, shift, and you're not along for the ride, it's going to be difficult.
That is big. The fact that people grow, mature, and change. I don't think we always leave room for that. Like you said, the expectation is, oh, I need you to be the exact same way you were when we first started this thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I truly believe in the way you got me is the way you keep me, because there's just there's just kind of, I think, some core things about us that we like, that we enjoy. Like I'm Little
Mm-hmm.
Mermaid all day. That is not going to change. I love Ariel. That's my thing. Um, wherefore a show that I used to like or something I used to enjoy doing, I don't really like doing it or don't really like watching it. But that core of Ariel, if you miss that, then that can
Mm-hmm.
be, that, so to know that we grow, we mature, we change, our circumstance, our health, all kinds of things. So when we don't give that room for growth, then that shuts it down as well. I like that one. That one was like my favorite of the three. It was my favorite of the three because we have to give each other room
Because
to
listen,
grow.
because here's the thing,
Because
right?
what?
You're
Uh-huh.
absolutely, you're not gonna change the core of who you are. You just not. I'm unicorns and
Right,
rainbows,
right.
rainbows until Jesus comes, and then I'm gonna be like, "Can you show up here in heaven? I got questions." Okay, I'm gonna be that
Yeah,
person,
yeah.
and I'm
Listen,
those first,
Ariel and her sisters
and I'm
got to
going.
be in the water.
It's gonna be it, right? And then
Yeah, yeah. Ashley has a question. Ashley.
I am all the way there. If the I am watching it, go ahead.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, hmm. Yeah, Ashley has a question. She says, so if someone wants you to think like them, how do you get them out of that thought?
Hmm. The best way out is in. Again, it goes back to communication. It goes back to, are you listening? The foundation of that question actually respect and understand and listening and care about my perspective and how it contributes to the relationship enough to hear me out.
To hear me out. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And there's
mm-hmm,
no right or wrong in the communication because as you continue to have that conversation, which will happen more than once, you will come to your own. This is where formulating the connection. Now we have created a relationship identity. So if
mm-hmm.
they want you to think one sided, now I'm gonna tell you my listen, my significant other is typically always right, but I'm gonna never let him know. Because I just want to expand his brain for the purpose of listening. To be like, I told you, I heard it. But that's how. That's how, right? Think about whether or not there's a contribution to your perspective in the space of listening. And
Hmm.
if that in regard,
I missed that last part. Is say if that what in regard? Repeat that for me.
if it's being regarded, if your perspective is being regarded.
If your perspective is being regarded. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because again, we're communicating, and it can't be one sided. It can't be
Right.
one sided. So if you want me to think the way you think, and act the way you act, and respond the way you would respond, then you got to step back and think, am I being selfish? Like, what am I expecting of this person that's unfair? Because we're two different people. We're two different people.
Yeah,
So
you
what am
single.
I? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. What am I expecting of this person that isn't fair? Say it again. Say it again.
I say you single. If you're one sided, you're single. You're
That's
cohabitating
kind of the gist of it.
in some.
Hmm. 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 Because that's that thing of you may as well just be by yourself. Because obviously, what I do and what I contribute is not enough. It's not enough.
Exactly.
It's not considered. It's not respected.
Right.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Hey Ross. Hey Ross. Yeah, yeah, that's good stuff. It's man. When we stop listening to each other, we lose out on so much. And the fact that, like Sherry was saying, we're two different people. We come from different backgrounds, different upbringings. The way your mom and them did it is not necessarily the way my mom and them did it. And how we're trying to do it. But some way, somehow, we came together and we had an interest enough in each other to make this thing to go for it, to go for this thing called that
Exactly.
that relationship. So when we do that, I love it, Sherry. We have to give each other enough respect to know that there are differences. And now, as long as you are not being abusive verbally, mentally, emotionally, and all of that, and those things, when those criteria, when those don't fit, that means there's room to grow. There's room to grow. I, I like apples, you like oranges. I can't hear you, Sherry.
You know the uh, so how many of you guys have had people that say I prayed for you? I prayed for a person like you. Even if you're not with that person, we done all heard that at some point.
Yeah,
Like no, it's not possible. Because
yeah.
if you did, then it would look very different. You don't know me, right? So with my significant other, one of his an exotic wife,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and he got one because I am less single. But he didn't know what all that came with. And if you're on here and you're West Indian, you can understand. Like, these American fellas, it is not for real.
Mm-mm. Nope.
And so, on the flip side, he's from the deep south. And I have no idea what that truly means. Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so when we talk about we coming together and I'm fascinated. I can't understand what 50% of your family is saying. That is, I'm sure, the same vice versa. And it also comes with just cooking style differences and what cleaning routines look like, how to raise kids, what our interests
Mm-hmm.
are,
Mm-hmm.
how you dance versus how I dance. You gonna lead
Mm-hmm.
with it, I'm gonna wind it and drop it. It's just different ways of who we are. And those things can become beautiful experiences different than you in your life.
Okay. Let me kind of repeat, 'cause I don't.
And so communication doesn't like you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna kind of repeat because you're a little choppy. I just want to make sure everybody got it, especially IG. But she was talking about those differences and how those differences about us. And correct me if I'm wrong. We have to respect those differences, and we can't make that person. She was like her husband's from the deep south. She got that Guan Caribbean blood, girl, and so it's a difference. It's a difference in how they see things. But collectively, like I said, I like apples, you like oranges. We got a fruit bowl though. We have a fruit bowl. And in that fruit bowl, we both can get what we need and what we want. You don't have to eat my apple. I don't have to eat your orange,
Right.
but we a fruit bowl. We got a fruit bowl. We got this thing. We got this thing. I always say relationships are not hard. I hate when people say relationships are hard. And let me say this. I'm not saying that there aren't difficulties, right? I'm not saying that things don't get difficult. But I always make this example because it's just perfect. If on your job they said to you, in order for you to get that next check or that bonus or that raise, you're going to have to learn a whole new system. Are you quitting your job? Nope. You're going to be in the books, you're going to be online, you're going to try to figure out what it is. So if your man acts a certain way and you like, oh, what is this? What is he doing? What is he talking about? And he wants to make a shift and he wants to make a change, or he's doing things different. Like, are you gonna be like, oh, that's not what you was doing last year? Gotta go. Gotta go. Or you gonna find out what it is that brother's doing, how he's doing it, and how you could possibly either be a part of it, or you can support it. You can support it. Now we got this thing going on that I am a Steelers fan. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And my man is a Falcons fan. He a Falcons fan. I will never, ever, ever, never, ever put on a Falcons jersey. Never, ever, ever. And he probably will never, ever, ever put on a Steelers jersey. But the whole thing about it is we can do some things together with that. Do we just like throw it all away because we don't agree? I mean, that was minor for some sports, but I'm just throwing it out there. Do we throw it all away because we don't agree? Or do we make it a fun rival? Because if my team wins, brother, you owe me some. Or if your team wins, then I got to
That's
pay
right.
up. Yeah. So we got to
That's
make
right.
this thing fun, healthy, exciting, enjoyable, because the foolishness will come a day. It can and it will come. Illness comes. How, Sherry? I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you take it because I could go on and on and on and on.
Say right. It first of all, I want to say your husband is an eternal optimistic, and I already like that about him. I've been like sub quietly cheering for the Atlanta Falcons. They're really giving me what I feel like they deserve to give me, but I'm not gonna count them out. But also before it's, I'm also not a Tennessee Titans fan, so don't even come to me with that.
Uh
We
oh.
not comparing.
Uh oh. Uh
But
oh.
you know, you make it fun. I think relationships are hard. I think relationships have challenges, and I think relationships are a choice.
Yes.
It just it just I mean, every day I say I love you, it's because I chose to. People think love, that eyeglasses thing is like, I'm just so enamored. I got these heart shaped cartoon character eyes coming out my. No, I got Morty breath just like I got Morty. I have no heart shaped eyeglasses. What I have is a choice.
Right.
You make those decisions on a consistent basis. That's a relationship.
Right.
That's
There
a
you go.
relationship. Did you choose? Today, was
Mm-hmm.
that your choice? When we don't have those choices, that's when communication stops. Because
Mm-hmm.
you made a different choice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
whatever that
Yeah.
was, you did.
That's right.
So it's just
Choice.
about a choice.
Yeah. About a choice. I love that. I'm sorry.
So
Hey, Ross, Ronald, Regina, Steve, Mona Kay. Hey, y'all. I like to make sure I shout everybody out when they get on. Want to make everybody feel special because y'all are.
say something else real quick if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think we give men enough credit when it comes to communication.
mm. Mm. Yeah, we got time. We got time.
I don't think so. I think men are the most effective communication communicators between.
Okay, dig on that.
I
Dig.
really
Come
do.
on. Okay. Okay. We listening.
Because they're so literal. They the cake, right? So I don't like desserts. I'm not a sweet tooth person, but they're the cake. We're the icing on top. The first somebody gives me a cupcake, y'all been to birthday parties, they give cupcakes. The first thing I do is take the icing off. I am not interested in that. I'll point of the dessert, which is can you bake a cake? That's what I care about. Can you bake a cake? I could put icing on something. I don't bake. I can make it look pretty. It's gonna be nasty on the inside, but I can put some icing on top of it and make it look pretty, right?
Right.
Men are the cake.
Mm.
They get to the point.
Mm. Mm.
Do we as women do is we're the icing of the emotions around it. But they said what they said.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm not to lag. I'll speak slower. Um, they get to the now, ladies, we've all heard this. I'm not looking for a relationship right now. They meant that.
They meant that. They did. Said it with their
Hey,
chest.
they meant that. Um, it's not you, it's me. They meant
Mm.
that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They meant to say there was something wrong with him, the me. They just said, I got my own things going on. It ain't you.
Uh-oh.
Men
Uh-oh.
do say that, and but that is you not listening. Listen to what they said. I don't want you to date somebody else. What did they actually say? Wait for me. Well, who's doing
Girl.
that? I'm
Right.
on The Bachelor. Wait, billions of people are on this
She said
earth.
she
Somebody
know.
is not putting me on the shelf.
Right. Right. So let me catch this for a minute because we're going, but and it's not you, Sherry. It's the internet. Um you're doing great. But let me try to hey Kevin, hey Jillian. So Regina said, I feel like men are very emotional. They just wait to blow up. Men will say that but don't want you to date. And you addressed that. You said that they're saying what they want to, they're saying something in saying that. But what we're hearing is, and you want me to do what about that? What's that got to do with me? What's that got to do with
You
me?
made it only respected. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. You don't expect it. Here's
So when the you mentioned about men being emotional, but they wait until they blow up. That's 100% correct. It's 100% correct. They haven't. Most men in mature age years. You know, we've got conscious parenting now, so we don't really know what these new ones are coming out. Especially if you're a minority,
mm,
you are taught to suppress your emotions. So if you hold it in, the only time it comes out is when you blow your top or do something physical to get it out.
yep.
And so that's
Yep.
100% correct. We either
Mm,
go kaboom or we move in our bodies and go in all types of haywired ways of just trying to get the energy out because emotions have.
mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
woman is the whole
All right.
cake. What's that one?
That's Kevin. Kevin is saying the woman is the whole cake. My actions will either cause her to rise or my interaction will cause her to fall away from me.
I think that's an opinion statement.
Hmm.
I think there are
Hmm.
certain women that will agree with that. There are certain women that would disagree with that.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a quick example. I had two rules when I was dating. If we ever get into a long term, there are two things I am not going to do. I am not taking out the trash, and I am not putting gas in my car. I didn't say pay for it. I'm talking about the physical action of going to put gas in my car.
Mm-hmm.
Because my thought process was I'm doing that same and I'm doing that with you. Why are you here?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So all of us personal. And if your philosophy is I can either activate or inactivate a woman, you're absolutely right. But her role is not to take the lead. So if you want a woman that takes the lead on creating the cake, then your relationship is going to have that dynamic. She the boss.
Mm-hmm. 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 Hmm. Hmm. Let me see. Regina said they say they don't want something serious until you're doing your own thing. Then they say, "Oh, that's what we're doing." She also said those are supposed to be the D's. Regina, we gotta keep up because y'all moving with this thing.
You know, it's very interesting. I, I'm gonna tell you what. What is this? I have a theory. My theory is women are so great at knowing how to nurture and be supportive that men get attached to that. And so they may not want the relationship because that comes with mutual responsibility, but they certainly don't want on what you brought to the table.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Say that again.
Because you know somebody gonna get mad in this chat. I'm gonna tell you this. First of all, I ain't your mo. All of the things that I bring to you in the relationship, if you can't match that energy,
Yeah,
is that what we do?
yeah. I was just getting ready to say that. I was just getting ready to say. I want to. I want that to be reciprocal. I want to reciprocate that. I want to vibe. Look, when you say match my energy, yo, if that energy is looking like that, I'm going to match your energy because
I work for free. I don't work for free.
no, ain't no for free. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This chat is moving, girl. Let me say. Oh, Regina said my husband said you were pumping gas before we got married. Look,
Yes.
You tell Brian I said. You tell Brian I said he better get out and pump that gas.
Yeah. No.
But I
I was pumping gas. We got married. So
right. Because to be honest,
also I was making a whole 3-course meal before I got married.
I can agree with that. I can rock with that. He laughing, Regina. Yep. That's my sister in law. That's my sister. But I can agree
I
with
was
that
wearing.
though. Huh?
We got married. What we talking about? I said I was wearing mini skirts before we got married. I was doing a whole lot before we got married.
Right. I was doing a whole lot of stuff. Right. Do you want me to continue to do what I was doing before we got married? Go, I like that. I I like that. It was a whole lot I was doing before we got married. A whole lot. But I
Don't,
agree with that
don't
though. That
judge
ah, oh, we
this before you know it. Don't. I'm just.
ooh, we choppy. But yeah, I love that. I love that. There were a lot of things that I was doing. Keep wearing them. keep wearing them. Yeah, wearing them for him though. Wearing them for
Okay.
him though. Yeah, come on, Brian. Come on, Brian. Let's be for real. Wearing them for you, sir. Because there's some
We
stuff.
gonna
Hey, Avery.
do.
Hey, Corey. It's some stuff. It's some stuff that I did as a single woman that I would not dare do now. So let's be real. It's some stuff that he was doing as a single man that I would not be very pleased and happy if he was still doing. Hey Chris, that is nah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna fall. But no, knowing Brian, he getting out pumping that gas. I'm gonna call you Regina because we ain't playing with Brian. Playing with Brian pumping the gas. Brian B. All that saying,
Matching
Brian,
energy asset.
or matching assets. Who said that? Wait a minute. Kevin said matching energy or
I'm
matching
trying to
assets.
either.
Huh?
Okay, so go ahead. You're saying.
No. The matching energy or matching assets. I think we both stopped on that one.
So I have a follow up question to that. Are we talking about a build a bear? Or are we talking about one just happens to be a little bit more advanced in assets than the other?
Break down what a build a bear is. I'm sure it's been
Uh,
heard, but just in case.
what is?
The build a bear. Who is that?
If I've got to, okay, we used to hear it like this: don't date potential,
Mm.
don't marry potential. What you think of being. Don't do that. Because if they don't get there, you stuck with what you got,
Oh Lord.
right? So a Build-A-Bear is basically, I have kids, okay? So if you don't have kids, forgive me. But I took my daughter to go get her first Build-A-Bear. And there are some things about a Build-A-Bear that apply in relationships. First of all, Build-A-Bears are expensive. And you literally have to pay for everything that comes along with this bear. It's just a teddy bear. You gotta pay for the clothes,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta pay for the shoes, you gotta pay for the. By the time you're done, this city costs you $68. And you are, if you have kids, you already know that Build-A-Bear is gonna be the love of their 3 weeks, and it's over.
Right.
So Build-A-Bear is not the. I'm not talking about the financial contribution. I mean, it's not the financial contribution that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the building blocks that creates the man or woman into the type of person you want them to be. That's a Build-A-Bear.
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. So, matching energy or matching assets. So I think that
Bear,
description
they're
of a
now
build a bear. They're now what?
they're now in Walmart.
They're now what? Th- Are they?
In Walmart, I run
Oh.
by that so fast. I don't get to see it. I don't care.
So Regina said, of course, Brian, of course he is pumping gas, but we're a team. We both do everything. We don't have anything we don't do. Hey, what works for your household? Like again, listen, we are not here. I am not here every week. We are not here to change what works for you all. Only the two know
No,
what works for them. Yeah, only the two know
it
what works
was.
for them. These jokes, Brian.
I'm a Regina. I am a do what you got to do and hold down the fort at all times. But when I was dating, I wanted to set an expectation because I wanted to see what principles he stood on.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, well, I went and got gas today. It's not about you know, but when I was dating, he actually tested me. I don't even know if he remembers that. Need to the car needs to get gas. And I was taking my daughter to school and it was on E and I ran out of gas in the school parking lot. I called him to tell him that and he laughed like I can't even believe you held down the principle of you're not going to pump your own gas. But you know what? I called my father and he
Mm.
said I'm on my way. And
Oh,
so the way my father raised me is the principle that I'm carrying. And so it's just the principle of the
yeah.
relationship. I'm going to go get gas before because ain't nobody got time for that. But the principles and the standard, if about your initial standards of who you are as a person.
Yeah. I can agree. I can agree. The it's the principle. It's not about who's pumping the gas and my hand's broken. I can't do it. It's not about those
Right.
things. Just like men thrive off of that nurturing spirit that a woman has that makes him feel relaxed and at home and comfortable and where he can just let it all go regardless of what's going on in the world. Women, as women, we have that same innate desire and need and want. And it's not even about, it's not even about, like she said, actually pumping the gas. It's the principle of it. I want to see kind of what he stands on, and and so of course it's a team effort. Like if something is wrong, if he hurt or whatever, I'm gonna pump, baby, I'm gonna pump the gas. You got a headache, you had a long day at work, is something, that's that team. That's that team. And I'm sure, I know that's that team that Regina is talking about. Dexter, where you
You know,
been, man?
you pulling in the drive, the turn.
That's that team. But y'all, we got to float back to what we were saying. Communication. 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 Wait a minute. She said, but would you feel the same way if he said that about dinner? I would.
Feel what
Brian
way?
asked. Brian is asking, would you feel the same way if he said that about dinner? That you gotta cook. Oh, wait a minute. Let me be clear. Are you saying, Brian, the same way that you
Would
have to
feel like
cook
that's
dinner?
spring.
Say that again, Sherry.
I was just asking if he's saying the same concept. If he said, "I'm not cooking," just like you not pumping gas. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. I think that's what he's
Yeah,
saying. Yeah, yeah,
because unless I can't cook, there are some that cannot. But if you're on here, you know who you are, and that is okay. But would I feel the same way? Absolutely. I
yeah.
go so far to ask, "What is it that you would like for dinner?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the answer to the question is yes, Brian. It's not one-sided.
No, can't
Yeah,
be.
yeah. No, it can't be. It can't be one-sided.
No.
Kevin said, Kevin, we on the build a bear. Kevin said, but who's the bear, the man or the woman? No man or woman is complete when they meet.
Either.
You find you find you find what you actually want in the process of building the foundation. And if it's not what you desire, you stop building. We all see potential in our prospective interests. It's their actions or lack thereof that determines whether or not we're going to invest in growing with them. Kevin, I totally agree, but you hit it dead on. You hit it dead on. Some That's not something initially right off, like all the time. That's not something that you know. But like you said, as you go into this thing and you start realizing, wait a minute, that brother said he was going to do XYZ and he's not doing it. But he's looking to me to make certain things happen. And if I'm always putting out, and listen, y'all know me, y'all know I'm very transparent with a lot of things. This whole concept came about based off of the transparency of me. That was my situation previously. That was my situation. The brother had plans, he had goals. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I got us this, and I'm going to do that. And then it started coming down to, uh, you going to handle that? Uh, can you take care of that? Uh, I'm going to get that back to you next week. Oh, I'm sorry, I threw my pen. And that's the build a bear. That's what we talk. That's what she talking about. That's what she talking about. We're not talking about the potential in someone, and then what is it? Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. So Kevin, that's what that is. That's what that is. So you kind of questioned and answered it at the same time, Kevin.
It Yeah, Kevin, you know what? Where when you are dating, it's because you see something in a person based on their actions or how they demonstrated themselves. A build-a-bear is a person that hasn't necessarily put that out there. And so you're creating it. I see this in you. I think you could. Or, I have some clients that will tell me they fill out job after their boyfriends or girlfriends. But if you have the job nation, so it's a little bit different when we talk about building and nourishing a relationship or a dating experience versus trying to create and build a person so that you can date them and figure out the other things.
Yeah, yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Corey said, I agree to the concept, but I think cooking is different. You have to eat every day, bearing fasting, etc. But gas is once or twice a week. Um, I don't really think, Corey, it's the actual of it. I think it's the concept of it. Is that the right word? The I don't think that where they're coming from is okay. You got to cook every day, every day, every day, and there's some people that do believe that, and whatever your house has set up that works for y'all. If you cook every day for your man, or if you cook every day for your wife and your family, whichever way that goes, and that works for y'all, because some people love cooking. I am not one. I'm not one. But I guarantee your house gonna be clean, your laundry gonna be done. We go on a trip, you don't have to pack a thing. Cause I got that. I got everybody ready. But what
You can
works for your household? Yeah, yeah,
We're still talking about creating a standard. Whatever that standard is for yourself and in a relationship, it doesn't, those just happen to mine. Now, I don't cook every day.
hmm
And my significant other cooks occasionally. I mean, I think he's got a strong three dishes he can knock out the park. Um, DoorDash, not to plug them in, that's my friend, because we both have very busy schedules and so does our family as a whole. But the
Oh, we losing you pretty bad, Sherry. I didn't get any of that. I don't think anybody get any of that. You're actually frozen. Sherry is frozen. I hope she can hear me. Um. Oh, yep. We lost her. We lost her. The concept. She was talking about the concept. It's the concept of it. Oh, she back. Let's see. Let's see.
the internet doesn't want us to have a good time.
Yeah, 'cause you went all the way out. It took you all the way out.
But yeah, if you didn't catch it, it's really just about setting your personal expectations and standards, which I highly recommend if you're single, making a list of what it is that you're truly looking for so you have something to match against while you start catching feelings. But and it's always better to make a list when you're not in your feelings. It's like don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry. So
Yeah,
it's the same concept, but it's whatever those things are. Mine happen to have just been there's certain things I don't care to do anyway, and so if you're gonna come and be my support and my teammate, these are the two things that I don't necessarily care to do.
yeah,
And at the
yeah.
same time, when I was dating my significant other, every time I went in his pantry, I saw all these things, and I thought for sure that he knew how to cook. And that was the case.
He got you with the fake and bake.
I was like, I'm so confused. All these black eyed people sitting here. What are they right here. You just got food staple decoration hanging
You,
out.
hey, the pantry has to be filled.
But at least I know what type of foods you like, right? So, it's things like that. It's got to be, every relationship is unique and it's got to be that way. And
Hmm.
because everybody's different, it's just about whether or not you can come together.
Yeah, yeah. So takeaways from tonight, because I'm going to end this with something a little bit different. Was having a conversation earlier today, and um, again, listen, I say this every week, if not majority of the time. We have different belief factors on here. People come from different walks of life, and your foundation and your belief is different. But I personally believe in a God who creates all things positive, all things good, all things wonderful. And in that, communication is one of those things. Because without it, whether like Shari said earlier, without it, if whether it's unspoken, whether it's your body language, what you're saying, what you're not saying, for us not to take communication so the level of importance that it is and how it can tear down or build up, we
For sure.
have to think about that. We have to think about that. We have to think about, if you said something to me, what did I actually hear? And we have to go beyond just what we think and what we want. If you in this thing with somebody and you want it to last and you want it to work and you want it to make it, you have got to, these things right here, they
Mhm.
got to be the forefront before your mouth. They have to be. They have to be. And listen, y'all, that was not always my case. Cause sister had I was quick with it. And I still can be quick with it. But now I'm more cognizant of what I'm saying, how I'm saying it, who I'm saying it to, and how they're going to feel. And another big part that I talked about earlier, I was having a conversation, talked about earlier, was people's experiences, what they come from, their traumas, their background, right? We can't be so quick to cut somebody off because they don't move like we move.
True.
They don't respond like we think they should respond or we want them to respond. Because if I've given you time enough out of my day and out of my life to give you my phone number, to start having conversations with you, to start going out with you, to start inviting you over, and we getting close to one another, I am not going to waste my time. And I'm not going to waste your time. So this went real deep. Like this morning, this really turned into the person I was talking to. It turned into almost a full out worship moment. Like that thing was good. That thing was good. So I know it's 9:30, and we've gone over. We've been doing that lately, and I'm here for it. I don't mind at all. When we're having a good discussion, and we're helping one another, and we're building. Because I'm talking to myself a lot. Y'all can get in on this, but I do. I talk to myself a lot with this thing because it's growth. It's about building. It's about growth. Um, that thing got so deep this morning because I have been struggling for a good while with my voice. Have no clue why. It will leave me in the middle of the day. I don't know why. I'm not big on having issues with pollen and allergies or whatever. But um, but it just goes. I can wake up in the morning and it'll be like, and I'm texting the daycare center because I'm like, y'all can't hear me or whatever. So I went to the doctor today. I went to the doctor today finally to see, okay, what's going on. So of course they referred me out to ear, nose, and throat, right? And this is where the part of the conversation got real deep and it got really, really good. I'm gonna pop this up on the screen because I like to use these illustrations, right? So This should be the first one. This should be the first one. So going to a ENT, they're gonna have to do some scopes, I'm sure, to check out and figure out why. But the deafness that this got to, we're talking about communication this morning, was how the structure is made, our vocal cords and all of that. And remember I said I serve a loving, kind, wonderful, gracious God. And in everything he does and everything he makes and creates and he's made and created, he's done it for the good of me and the good of those around me. So, how dare I use my voice box? How dare I use what he has given me to speak negatively, to speak down, to degrade and belittle the person that I am saying that I love, I care for, I want to be in my life? How dare I? So, it was talking about where does the voice box? How does it make sound? And when I tell y'all might be kind of off on this with me, but me and the person that had this conversation, they know what I'm talking about, and I hope y'all can get it and grasp what I'm saying. Your vocal cords vibrate to make sound. They vibrate to make sound, right? So if your vocal cords are vibrating to make sound and it requires the air from your lungs and everything to come up and there's a vibration and stuff comes out and the stuff comes out, when you doing this, when you yelling, can it damage your voice box? Vocal abuse, misuse, and overuse all can lead to strain and fatigue. If these behaviors do not change, individuals may experience serious vocal damage or even voice disorder. Even voice disorder, right? So I'm using the air and the sounds and the vibrations are hitting and stuff is coming out of my mouth. I'm talking to a person that I say I love and I care for and I want to be with and I want to be around and I want them to be there and I want to be there. But yet I can't take the time to communicate with them like I actually respect them and care about what they think. I wish I would have heard that earlier about the hearing because it makes so much sense because I would have had a diagram of an ear first. but this thing hit so deep this morning. Can two people have the same voice? Your voice is unique. Shari, you were saying earlier, we two different people. We are two different people. Your voice is unique. There's nobody else that's voice is uniquely like yours, just
Can
like the
I,
fingerprint. Huh?
I say, can I add something to that?
Oh, please do.
Not,
Yeah.
not only are no two voices the same, but how you
Mm.
sound in your head and in your internal ear is not how you sound to others.
Hmm.
And I'm going to give two quick examples. The first one was I did not know that I was aggressive in tone until
Mm.
I started recording myself and hearing it back or hearing people mimic me. And I'm like, I didn't say it like that. That was the first one. The second example was when my son started going through puberty and his voice dropped. And he couldn't hear that. All he heard was how his what I call now baby voice, but all he could hear in his head was what he sounded like when he was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. He couldn't hear the fact that, you sound grown. I can't tell if it's dad or you talking. I'm trying to figure out who's hollering for me, whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not only we got to take it seriously because
Mm-hmm.
it's not only what people hear, but you may not be actually listening to yourself either.
Mm. Girl. Girl.
I wasn't listening to myself. I ain't out here sitting on no soapbox. I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah, I wasn't either.
I
Uh-oh.
none, and I felt bad. Like I didn't know.
I can hear
I can
you.
hear
I
you.
can hear you, but I can't see you.
So
Yeah, I can hear
yeah, can
you.
hear you. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear
I can
you.
hear
Yeah,
you.
I can't see you.
Let's see. Hmm.
But yeah,
But
we
yeah,
we
we
shut it
put
down
it
anyway.
down
Go ahead
anyway.
and
Go
finish
ahead
your
and finish
point.
it. That was it. I just wanted to toss
Okay.
that out there. You know, while we're listening to others, we also got to give ourselves a voice within ourselves too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
I
that.
love that.
I love
I
that.
love that.
So
So
y'all,
yeah,
communication
communication
is
is
key.
key.
Communication
Communication
is
is
necessary.
necessary.
It's
It's
vital.
vital.
And when we
And when
don't
we don't
communicate to
communicate
one
with one
another,
another,
because real
because
life
real life
relationship,
relationship,
there's a
there's a
bad
bad
echo.
echo.
All right.
All right.
Sherry, let me
Sherry,
do
let
this
me do
for a
this for a
second.
second.
Let me see. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
All right.
All right.
Sherry,
Sherry, I'm
I'm gonna
I'm
have
gonna
to,
have to
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
follow
follow
the
the
slide because
slide
there's
because
an
there's an
echo.
echo. Well, I can let you guys go, and hopefully I can come back. I'm open to questions, curiosity. I can. Let me see. You told me how to do this. Let's see if I got it right. Nope, I didn't. Well, you can send out my
Can you
information.
type
Can you
in the
type
chat?
in the chat? It just gives me no, not to the group.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you
Are
able
you
to go
able to go
on
on to
Facebook
Facebook
and join the
and join
live
the
that
live
way?
that way? Yeah, I can hop over there.
Okay.
Okay.
Do me a
Do
favor.
me a favor.
Before I
Before
put
I
out,
put out,
I'm gonna
I'm
let
gonna let
Sherry.
Sherry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sherry,
Sherry,
I'm gonna
I'm
stop
gonna
the
stop
echo.
the echo.
Go to
Go to
Facebook for me.
Facebook for me. Sherry.
Before I end, I'm gonna let Sherry type in her information in the chat. Um, where you can call her, email her, reach her, and like she said, if you have some questions, or anything you wanna talk to her about, or get her expertise on. But I'm gonna end this. It is 9:39. Okay, Echo is gone. Yeah. It's 9:39, and of course, this will be up. The chat will be up on Facebook. It'll be up on IG. IG, I will copy and paste Sherry's information and put it over here, um, so you guys can have it as well. It looks like YouTube is doing this thing, so YouTube should have it as well. But the video will be posted, the live will be posted in all platforms. So continue to have the discussion. We don't have to end the discussion because we're ending the live. We can continue the discussion in the feed. But take some time, think about how you're communicating. Think about how you're communicating. And in the process of you communicating, think about how you're making others feel. And like she said, hear yourself. Hear yourself because you are no least of importance than anybody else. So for that relationship to work, the importance of both people has to be a daily effort. And the more you make it an effort, the easier it will be. And you will wake up and think about what can I do for us today? All right, y'all. This was another good one. These things, woo! Y'all continue to send y'all topics. Um, I'm gonna ask Sherry. She hadn't typed this yet, but again, she can put it in the chat even when we're done. So I'm gonna ask her to go ahead and put it in the chat how to contact, and we'll have her on again um, without the Boost Mobile internet. I had to. I had to. I just played. Love you, Sherry. Thank you, girl. Love y'all for being here. Listen, love on somebody because you never know when it's your last opportunity. Let's not waste life, y'all. Let's enjoy this thing. Life and love. Good night. Y'all know I gotta end IG first. Bam. Ooh, IG said 94 minutes. IG usually kicks me off at that hour. It's IG. They are all good. I like it. Yeah, Corey, we be having a good time. We be having a good time. Come on, IG. Need you to end. IG is asking all these questions, y'all. All right, listen, I'm gonna come back and end IG. Good night, Facebook. Good night, YouTube. Love y'all. Talk to y'all next week. Send your topics. Oh, next week I will not be here. Next week I will not be here. Falcons and Steelers are playing. Of course, my baby boys in the drum line. Outside of the fact that Falcons and Steelers are playing, it's a preseason game. I don't care. We still gonna win, and I'm gonna count it because I can.